Microphone check. Hey, this is the world's most popular barbecue talk, barbershop talk, man cave conversation. However you like it or dislike it, this is the Heavyweight Champion Sports Talk Podcast. This is your Opinionated Facts. These are your hosts. Your boy B-Way is back in the building. I got my partners in crime with me, S. Rudolph. I got Red via sound right now. And we got a special guest in the building, WTP's own, not WTCP, WTP, Mr.
The real B-Way. The real B-Way. That's all you got to say.
No. Mr. Blaine Way Jr. is in the building with us.
Let's see. One insane racist.
See, you already messed that up. I can't believe we related.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand how every week you say my co-host, my partners in crime, and I go first, and then you go Samar, and then you go guest. And then today, because you can't see my face, you go Samar first, then me. Then you don't ask how our weekend was.
Being neutral, Brandon, I did notice that. I thought it was disrespect. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, it was. I felt it right away. And then he don't ask how our weekend was. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the guy.
Don't I always ask how your weekend was?
That's why I'm expecting it this time. I didn't get nothing.
You didn't give me a chance either.
I gave you a chance, man. You fumbled.
No, man. I'm sitting here. You know, when you got to wear as many hats as I have to wear during this podcast, when you create the docket, you produce it, you edit it, you control everything. I mean, you might forget some things every now and then. That's all.
And in your defense, it's your off season. Everybody else is still working.
I do good when I'm on.
I'm just saying, you know.
Let's go, man.
If this is that ESPN one, hey, he would have got a point.
Nah, he definitely wouldn't have.
Well, let's go, man.
Oh, you guys wanted me to ask you how you were doing.
I'm working, man.
Nah, you had your chance. I wanted to ask you how our weekend was because you normally do. It's a normal thing. It's like part of the hey, it's the most often to do. That's part of that. I feel like, and now you just got rid of it.
I apologize, Red. I apologize, dog.
That's all I wanted.
All right, live on there. You get the apology.
That's all I wanted.
Anyway, man, big news today in the sports world. Cam Newton is headed to New England to play with Bill Belichick and the Patriots. How do you guys feel about that? What do you guys feel about Cam in New England?
First thing I thought was, is he going to move all of his 7 kids there with him?
Of course he is.
Whoa.
I didn't know Cam had 7 kids. It shocked me. I'm sorry. But I had to say something.
7 is a lot, man. He gonna need a raise this year. He gotta get all them incentives.
I couldn't believe it.
This is news to me. I didn't know Cam had 7 kids either.
They signed Cam they got him off the rack at Goodwill too, for the low.
Well, now that you said that, I mean, the man needs a job. He got 7 kids?
Hey, he's not hurting.
7 kids, yo.
He's not hurting.
He got MVP like 3 years ago. He can't even get $1 million per kid. That's crazy.
We don't
get an NFL stimulus.
We don't know. We don't know what he's getting. We don't know what he's getting per year for the 1 year.
He got 1.1.
No, did he?
Yeah, I read it today.
He can reach. No, that's what Jameis Winston got, 1.1.
Man, I swear he got 1.1 today.
Cam can make 7.5. He gets all his incentives.
But what if he don't?
Well, without that,
I didn't see the base yet.
I'm looking it up right now.
If Cam Newton, I mean, look, I ain't knocking him. Whatever he gets, Cam set out to that king, man, because that young brother deserves to be signed. Cam is one of the best quarterbacks in the league when healthy.
Yo, Bill Belichick did it again, man. He just went out there, played everybody. We all knew he wasn't going to start Jarrett Stidham. He goes out and gets an MVP quarterback with one of the best defenses in the league for a team that, in my opinion, won the last 2 years, despite of Brady. Now they get a real quarterback.
Let's not be disrespectful.
They don't got nobody now.
They have that
They
same
could be
defense.
they could be contenders now with Cam. They could actually be contenders in the AFC. I think they could go to the playoffs. They win it again. I think the Bills and Jets are in trouble.
They got rid of the best receiver, Gronk, and he even played.
Gronk
He
didn't play
was
last year.
he was retired last year.
Yeah, now he in Tampa Bay now.
Yeah, but he had no bearing on them making the playoffs last year and being 13-3.
And he missed most of the year. They went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago when they beat the Rams.
Let's not be disrespectful and call Tom Brady like they won despite of Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a
Now
monster.
with the best coach maybe in NFL history for taking away weaknesses and showing off their strengths. Now he has a quarterback that can run when Brady couldn't run and slide.
I mean,
It's not even fair, man.
he does have Belichick. I mean, but I just don't see it happening with Cam.
Now he got the real Cam Newton in the division, not the fake Cam Newton in Buffalo who calls himself Baby Cam, Josh Allen.
Do you think Cam can regain his MVP type performance in New England?
He's only 31. I don't understand how he couldn't. Still in his prime.
2 years ago, he was an MVP candidate before he hurt his shoulder and went 0-8 after that. 0-8 since.
I was about to say, now you said he's 31 in his prime, but 31 is different when you're a scrambling quarterback versus a pocket passing quarterback.
They always say you see good running quarterbacks young, you never see good running quarterbacks late.
And we don't know how accurate Cam can be. Like, we don't know how accurate of a passer Cam is.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's motivated though.
He will be motivated.
He's not as accurate as Brady, but when you're dunking the way they've been doing the last 3 or 4 seasons, Brady was terrible downfield, especially with the win in New England.
I mean, it's a big shout out to because Belichick played this thing right. If Belichick would have waited and tried to get this guy like when he was hot a couple months ago, when everybody was wondering what's going on with top free agents, like he would have had to pay a lot of money to get Cam. He waited till the market dried up.
Combination of Jameis Winston getting 1.1, the coronavirus really messing up everybody's finances, and there's nowhere else. When the Chargers drafted a quarterback, I mean, there was nowhere else for him to go.
How can Cam sign for the same thing or be compared to Jameis Winston?
Winston led the league in passing last year and threw 30 touchdowns.
And interceptions.
I was about to say.
I'm just saying he ain't no scrub though. Winston can ball though.
Winston's a
I told
scrub.
you on this podcast, I take Jameis in Oakland, in Las Vegas. Sorry.
You're going to say on this platform that Jameis Winston can ball. Jameis Winston may never be a starter again.
Jameis will be a starter this year or next year.
No.
I mean, he is good at throwing the ball to the other team.
Look,
Jameis, he's going to have
5,000 and 30 touchdowns. Winston makes throws, man, that a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL can't make. He
And
just makes a lot of turnovers.
And that's why he's on the bench. That's why he's on the bench.
he's a gambler. And you say he makes throws. He makes
And
throws
he
to other
loses all the
quarterbacks.
time.
He loses more than he
Anyone that
wins.
loses, man. You can't. Come on now.
You can look at that 2 ways. I don't know if Brendan will agree or not. You throw 30 interceptions and you still 8-8.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, his coach down there is not too shabby either.
Oh, Bruce is the real
I think Winston is the starter after next year is over. After this year is over, I think he's a starter again in this league.
Winston took less money to learn from Breeze and Peyton when the Panthers offered him millions more to be the backup in Carolina.
We have a comment from Andrew Dixon, and he said Vic was good late. That's very true.
Vic went to prison. And
Vic was good late.
he didn't get hit for over 2 years.
I'm just saying, man. Vic, don't act like Vic wasn't a beast late.
No, I'm not arguing now. I'm saying Vic went 3 years without taking a hit. It's a little different.
We have another comment from Matthew Tucker that said Edelman might make him look good.
Yo, Cam don't need nobody to look good. He was the MVP of the league. If he's healthy and on his game, Cam is Cam. Heisman Trophy Cam.
He gonna need more than Edelman.
I'm about to say now, Cam had weapons for Carolina. He don't have them weapons. He won't have them weapons in New England.
Cam didn't play much with McCaffrey. He had a young wideout, a second-year wideout. Greg Olsen was getting old. Now he has N'Keal Harry, a second-year receiver that was a first-round pick last year. He's going to have Edelman. He's going to have the best coach in football. He's going to have James White. He's still going to be able to do all the things that Cam can do and be able to run still.
Yeah, but when Cam does bad in the game, he whines and he cries about it all the time. And then his whole game just goes downhill.
Have you ever seen Brady on the sideline get mad when they're losing?
Yeah, but he still keeps his head in the game. It's a difference.
That's the white quarterback bias, man.
Hey.
Oh, man. You gonna throw the race in it? How you going to bring the race in it?
Because Tom Brady and Des Bryant do the exact same thing on the sideline. One's a cancer and one's the greatest quarterback of all time. And he's just so passionate about winning.
No,
so that
his head in the game.
No, I think Brady gets a pass. I think Brady gets a pass because he has won Super Bowls. That's the reason he gets a pass. I don't think he's getting a pass because he's white.
Definitely not.
So Gronk can do all the stuff he do. He's so fun loving. Travis Kelce, these guys are great, man. Cam goes in a touchdown and gives the kid a ball every time he scores. Oh, he's conceited. He's cocky. He's not humble.
But if he wins, then all that stops.
Now you change the whole narrative.
The Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
He didn't win.
But you say he doesn't win. He was in the Super Bowl and he was MVP.
I said he's got to win. That doesn't matter if you go to the Super Bowl. McNabb went to the Super Bowl. All they ever talk about, he threw up in the huddle.
I'm just saying, people always say, I can't
mention Joe. McNabb went there without his best receiver. McNabb did this, McNabb did that. They don't say nothing. It's like, yo, McNabb was in the Super Bowl throwing up in the huddle.
Red, why are you sitting in the dark?
Nobody cares unless you win.
Leon Lett.
Hold on. Why are you sitting in the dark?
I just got in here and the room was dark and I didn't feel like turning on the light. So I'm here now. Why you care about my personal business?
That's not personal. Turn the light on. It's simple. Go ahead.
Light man far, man. If I turn the light on, I gotta leave where I'm sitting. I gotta get uncomfortable. I gotta go over there, turn the light on, just to come back here. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Go ahead, Tamar.
When you make mistakes in the Super Bowl, it don't matter if you win or lose. Leon Lett won 3 Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl against Buffalo by over 40 points, I think that game was. They scored 50. And when you think of Leon Lett, what do you think?
Champion.
He
Fumble in the Super Bowl. Fumble in the Super Bowl at the goal line. In the game, they won by 30.
Champion.
I don't ever think about that.
Champion.
Everybody hears Leon Lett thinks that.
I hear nothing when I hear Leon Lett. I hear Dallas Cowboys.
Champions.
We got a comment from Andrew Dixon saying that Red's sitting in the dark because he's trying to look darker.
Brandon's doing that thing that when you spend that much money on your grill and get that thing right, you want to show that thing.
Yeah, you know I mean, 15,000. 15,000 on the but they real though. I ain't getting them plucked out and get fake ones in. I just made them do work on my current ones. That was like 4-year process, man.
I respect it.
Brandon, what do you think? Do you think Belichick put another Belichick on everybody by announcing his Cam Newton news on the same day his punishment came down for recording the Cleveland Browns sideline?
Yeah. He's notorious for trying to take So what he did was take a negative that was everyone's going to talk about tomorrow, and now he took a positive that everyone's going to be talking about tomorrow. And what are you going to pick? What do you want to pick? You want to pick Cam Newton because that's a better story. Who cares? They got fined $1.1 million and they got a pick taken away from them. Yeah, they'll talk about it for a couple minutes, but the whole Cam thing, that's what they're going to go over. A stat. It's going to be a whole thing tomorrow, and no one's even going to really talk about Well, these guys were at it again, filming people's sidelines, cheating.
But the thing was, the news came out about the suspensions 9 minutes before the news came out about Cam. Like they were holding it because there's no sports right now. And if they go to Monday morning tomorrow without signing Cam, all the news is about the discipline and the Patriots cheating again. Now it's like, it's all about Cam. It's Cam Center right now.
That was smart.
Belichick, man. Belichick is he probably the smartest coach in the league, yo.
I think it's I don't even like him. He's the best coach in the NFL.
As far as strategizing goes, like he has a strategy for everything. He's one step ahead of everybody. It's like Ghost in Power. When Ghost he was always a step ahead of everybody.
Maybe except for son.
He's more than a step. He's been two or three ahead for the last couple.
But he's always planning for. He's always got a plan for your plan. So Goodell comes out with the fine and taking the pick away, and look, he's like, "Well, we signed Cam, so does this really matter?"
Fake B-Way, was the penalty enough?
Fake B-Way.
You know who I'm talking
I'm not gonna acknowledge him. You mean the real B-Way?
Was the penalty enough?
What penalty? For 1.1 million?
Third round pick.
Third round pick.
It's been more because it's been consistent. They've been consistent cheaters. I think they should have hit him harder.
They should have hit him harder. I agree with you.
Yeah.
B-Way, what do you think?
Yeah, they probably should have hit him harder. I mean, it's in football from college down to the high school level, everybody's recording sidelines. If you're doing any type of signals, you're recording the signal. I mean, and that just happened. They just happen to get caught. They always get caught
every other year, though.
They always get caught. But once you get caught once, I mean, you're obviously going to be looked at a little harder than everybody else. So unless
who saw the tape?
I didn't see the tape.
The tape was bad, man. You saw it, Brandon?
Nah, I didn't see it.
They were in the Browns box, and they would go sideline, look at the subs, then look at the players, and then back to the subs, signals. And he's like, "Yo, what are y'all recording?" He's like, "We're doing a film recording." He's like, "Why are y'all recording our sidelines for?" He's like, "Hold on." He's like, "Yo, we can get rid of tapes right now and call this nothing." all on camera trying to negotiate. Like, we can just throw this out right now and call it a day. He's like, "Nah, man, I'm calling security."
I did hear that tape. I did hear that tape when he tried to talk his way out of it. Red, Andrew Dixon said that smile is looking bright, though.
Tell him, he can't jab me and then try to say something nice. Nah, our friendship is over.
Shiny to me. They're like, "Fuck Daddy, he got dolphin teeth."
Nah, the smile goes good with his beard.
Now hold on. Do you guys think that dealing with the Patriots, do you think they were straight up with this whole signing Cam or thing, or do you think that they sent somebody down there on the low to work them out?
No, Cam released that footage. Cam released that footage last couple weeks ago.
He's been releasing footage for a while.
He had to work on Atlanta.
Yeah, well, he was working out with Odell.
Yeah. Now, I don't think Bill Belichick does anything without doing his homework.
The thing is, the money he's paying
everybody.
The money he's paying is all win. If he doesn't do well, you lost what, 1.1 million for an MVP?
That's not.
He can't lose.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, I don't think Belichick signing people blindly.
He did with AB. I don't know about that.
That's true.
Yeah, he just signed AB. Yeah, that didn't last too long, though.
I'm just saying.
I think what Belichick did is he was going to sign him no matter what. Didn't want to see it work out. And when he started working out looking good, he said, "Hold on, we better grab him."
Moving forward, the NBA is going to come back with a late summer finish here.
Hold on, you don't want to go Bubba Wallace? I'm about to go on a rant.
You want to go Bubba? We can talk Bubba, man.
You're going to have to.
Now, my thoughts on Bubba real quick before before y'all go crazy on the whole situation.
The platform.
Now, I was vocal and I posted about saluting NASCAR for getting it right before the news. Like I was happy about the whole Confederate flag thing, and then the news happens, and you're like, man. And they want to do the whole FBI thing. And I'm like, cool, let's catch it and get it out of here. But then they talked about it was the only noose in the garage. There was no other one, and it just happened to be in front of the black guy's garage.
Number one, there's like 100 garages over there, and the only noose there.
Let me go.
the only place they found the noose was in his garage. And they call it a garage pooler. I don't care what nobody says. That shit is a noose. Call it what you want. Somebody took time to tie that.
So hold on, before we go. Like I was legitimately thinking about going down to Dover and supporting a NASCAR event because I thought that they were making the attempt to try to get minorities in the door and trying to get this thing right. I wanted to help be part of that inclusion.
Let's some more Ray. I want to know what he's about to say.
But once the news happened, I couldn't. I'm back on the outside. I'm like, come on, man, you guys are covering this thing up. Go ahead, Samar. Go on your rant.
It's an attack on NASCAR. I think they did handle it right, but only in NASCAR. Only in NASCAR can you have an investigation where you have 29 tracks all investigated. 1,684 garages. You only find 11 ropes in all those garages, and you only find one noose, and it's in the one garage where the one black guy is going to be staged at for the week. And say, no, it's not an attack. It's not racist. Get the hell out of here, man. This is unbelievable. It was 1,684 garages, and they call that thing a pool rope. It is 2021. I live in a regular house, and I got an automatic garage door closer. Who the hell is using a rope?
I mean,
it was an old-fashioned tweed fiber rope with a full noose hanging down to almost where you can touch the floor.
Blaine, what do you think?
And I saw a little bit of it. I didn't get really into it with the NASCAR stuff.
And then I don't know if you guys saw Mike Falk, who owns the racetrack in your old hometown, North Carolina, was selling
Bubba rope.
Bubba rope. Bubba rope.
Man was selling Bubba rope.
I mean, look, right now, I mean, every organization has to kind of speak up about it because the way Black Lives Matter is really hitting everybody. NASCAR probably reacted so they would be banned or would it be attacked by, I'm not going to say attacked, but would it be put on blast by Black Lives Matter? Because now you even got the NFL speaking up, but nobody still signed Kaepernick. So everybody just trying to cross their T's and dot their I's right now.
Yeah, you had a noose hanging. And you got somebody selling Bubba Wallace rope with a slogan for $9.99 that says, comes with a lifetime guarantee and works great.
Did they fire him or something though?
Nah,
NASCAR came out today and said they're never going to race it. They're not racing there anymore.
And then he had all his sponsors but two pull their sponsorship from the track.
And they're selling it like that same race that got canceled when they had the news. You have people flying over illegally over the stadium with Confederate flags.
Yeah.
People selling Confederate flags outside the stadium. And they're like, oh, Will Kane went on ESPN and was saying how the media was wrong for jumping to conclusion, one of the whole rant. Like these guys didn't have one noose hanging. And they're like, well, it was there since 2019. Like it was okay.
Well, Will Kane's contract was not renewed too.
That was his last day. He signed with Fox.
Yeah, that's a perfectly better
Perfect
fit
place for him. Perfect place for him.
But yeah,
Will Kane's a joke.
I thought NASCAR was on the right road, but then once this news thing happened, I'm like, man, I'm good.
But I don't want to jump to conclusions. That's what, like, the FBI did the investigation. I don't want to say NASCAR. Like NASCAR was behind them when it first thought it was a noose. Like they walked this car down and everything. Like they did.
Everybody that's involved with NASCAR, I felt, did the right thing. They all jumped behind Bubba. NASCAR did the right thing. Fast investigation. They kind of got out in front of it too fast by saying it was a direct attack, even though FBI saying it's not. I don't know how
it was a direct attack, man. It was a direct attack.
That noose, I don't know if it was a direct attack that day, but that noose, what are the odds that he gets placed in that garage, though?
Somebody took their time to tie that. Regardless if they use it as a pool, if they use it as a pool or not, they took their time to tie that for whatever reason. I couldn't tie it.
In the middle of the garage, not on the end. It was hanging down.
Hey, I'm just surprised it's 2020 and they didn't have no cameras of somebody placing it.
Nah, Samar, the garage pools at my job are on the end of the garage, not in the middle.
Okay.
So I understand it.
Are they old fiber rope?
They're old. They're old. If somebody would tie it in the noose, it'd be some serious issues. It is an old rope. Like it's been on there.
Talking about nearly 1,700 garages, and you got one noose rope, and like, oh, that's just a pool rope.
Do you guys? Does anybody on this platform right now know how to tie a noose?
Samara might be able to. Samara be tying knots.
And you know what? It's funny now because I went to the academy. I was 22, 23. I was too dumb to realize what I was doing. But we were going through ropes class at the academy, and we were learning all these different knots, handcuff knot, every knot you could think of. And I was like, well, how do you tie a noose? And the instructor got scared. He was like, I can't show you that now. He's like, hang around the class, I'll show you how to do it. But it was dumb on my part to ask about how to tie a noose. It was just young, dumb, and ignorant to what it meant. But I did learn how to do it at one point. I haven't done it in 13 years.
Could you tie it right now? Someone asked you.
No, I don't remember how to do it. I remember some of it, but I don't think it would be right if I tried right now.
It honestly looks complicated. I wouldn't want to tie something like that. I wouldn't want to waste my time doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's why I asked. Like, is this something that's taught at like the picnic, or the family function?
Yeah,
that's an offensive term.
You could do a real quick knot with we call them bowlings, which is a common knot that everybody knows. A bowling knot. It's the exact same, and it actually is just a pool hoop. You have to do an elaborate wrap around where you can tighten and loosen. It would just be a slipless knot. So you can do a circle with a knot and it won't slip. It'd be a pool hoop. So their excuse is bullshit. And I know I'm cussing, but I'm not apologizing.
That's how he feels, people.
How I feel, man. It's bull. Too many coincidences.
So black people still not invited to NASCAR?
Why would you want to go?
No, I do. I've always wanted to go, even before this whole situation.
I never wanted to go, but I thought I would want to go support Bubba.
And look, me and you had this talk a while ago, B, about fights. When we were in high school, you try to get up close and see the fight. We still want to see the fight now. We can watch from the top of the hill.
No, I was never
in NASCAR. I still wouldn't go put myself in the belly of the beast. For what? It's not an environment I want to be in, man.
You're right. I mean, it's like you're right. I'm definitely not. At our age now, we definitely ain't watching the fight up close.
No. You know what time I leave the club now? I'll leave the club down, B. Brandon.
Yeah, so Marley the club. So Marley leave early now.
I leave when the lights come on.
He used to be playing the let out.
I used to be there
like 2:30. It'd be like 2:30 before he started walking to his car. Now 1:54. He's walking to his car.
I'm out when the lights come on.
That's still too late. I'm going at 1:30. 1:30, 1:15. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll be home at 12.
When I get out of there.
I'm
asleep. Nothing good's going to happen for me.
I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Either I'm going to get in something and it's going to cost me my career. It's not worth it. I'm not taking. Why take the risk? Why go to a NASCAR event with 110,000 people and people who are there who are fighting to fly a loser flag? I don't want to be in that environment.
So moving forward, NBA returns next month. Do you guys still have the same favorites that you had back in March when this thing really ended? I think it was March 12th was the last game. Was your favorite then your favorite now?
No.
Who was your favorite then? I know who your favorite.
LA, the Lakers. But I think with Avery Bradley leaving and they're talking about signing J.R. Smith, they're not going to beat the Clippers. That's a bad pickup.
The Avery Bradley thing, that made it a lot harder for them. I mean, they had a legitimate shot. They still have a legitimate shot. They got LeBron and Dwight.
I mean, they got a good shot, but
and Davis, but
you don't pick up
Avery
J.R.
hurt, man. Avery hurt. It depends what I think Caruso is going to be he's going to be that Avery Brad. He has to take over that role. It depends how he plays, I think.
You put Caruso on the same level as Avery Bradley as a defender. I like.
That's not what I said.
Every Lakers fan likes Caruso.
See, that's your problem, Molly. You're not listening.
Like bald head Caruso with the headband, or with the half moon with the sunroof open Caruso.
I like sunroof open Caruso. He's more of a savage.
I just repeat what you said. You said that Caruso can step up for Avery Bradley.
No, it's not what I said. See, you're not listening, man. Here we go with this not listening thing.
You got to fill the role.
I said it's going to depend how he plays. If he can fill that role, then I think they have a shot.
What role?
I never said anything about he is Avery Bradley. He can be better than Avery Bradley. None of that. Never said that.
What role are you asking him to fulfill?
It won't be defense.
Holy hell.
That's what
the Avery Bradley role
was a defender.
So yes, he would have to defend that. He would have to be a great defender. I said, depends how he plays.
Smart.
I got the same favorite, and I don't think we watched 3 Clippers-Lakers games, and the 2 I was talking on the phone with you, B-Way. We're like, the Clippers are just better. They got more talent.
When did I say that?
First game of the season, and then they beat the second game of the season. They blew you out second game.
And he picked up Reggie Jackson.
What?
And he picked up Reggie Jackson.
So then look, hold on. So the first 2, it was they kind of would, and Paul George wasn't even playing yet. Paul George came back. In that game, they were up a lot in that game. And the Lakers came back second half, but Avery Bradley went nuts and dropped like 20 in the third quarter for them to get a close W. I think the Clippers were the favorite before the season. When you have 2 wing defenders that caliber, it's going to be hard to beat that team. You got Lou Williams coming off the bench. You got Montrezl Harrell. They're just surrounded with talent. They're super loaded with one of the greatest coaches in the NBA. So I don't see how.
Who? Doc Rivers?
Series. I think. Go ahead, Brandon.
I think we're giving Doc Rivers a little too much credit here, buddy.
Like Doc.
I like Doc too, but one of the best. He said one of the greatest coaches in the league.
Give me 5 better
in the league right now?
If he's in top 5, he's number 5.
Give me who you got 1. Brad Stevens. That's arguable with Doc.
I'm always Popovich number 1.
Pop's 1. I go Pop 1.
I'm always going Pop 1.
I think you go Doc. You go Doc 2.
What? Over Stevens?
What did Stevens win? He in the season didn't win.
No, don't do that to Stevens, man. He took a team that had some BS on their team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
You are the number 1 seed.
Brad
You're
Stevens
supposed
to wins everywhere Brad goes, he wins.
Butler and the Celtics.
Butler wasn't relevant before he got there.
We counting college wins now.
Yeah, college is important. What do you mean? He wins everywhere he goes. That includes college.
Are you putting Brad ahead of Doc?
Right now? Yes.
No. Well,
I'm not putting Brad over Spoelstra.
Stop.
I like Spoelstra.
I like Spoelstra too.
I think Doc's better than Spoelstra. Doc took that Clippers team last year to the playoffs. It was like what? A top 7, 6 seed with nobody on the team.
Yeah, nobody but Lou Williams.
Nobody on the team.
I mean, Doc's black. Cheer for everybody black.
That can't be the argument, man. How can that be the argument?
That ain't fair. Doc ran LeBron out the East, man, for years.
Huh?
I mean, he had a better team. He had the better team when LeBron was in Cleveland. Once LeBron got to Miami, Doc's run was over.
Nah, because even when LeBron's last year in Cleveland, when they were going to be the favorite next year to win the championship before he left, it was a 2-2 series. They went to Game 5, and Doc changed the game plan and held LeBron to what, 9 points, 11 points on 3 or 14 shooting? That's coaching in the playoffs.
Or LeBron having a bad night. You can't put that on coaching.
Why can't you? If you're doing a game, you change. So when the Spurs beat LeBron those years, and Pop said, just let him shoot jump shots. That's not coaching.
Hold on. First, I'm not in this argument. I agree with you that Doc is top 5 coach. I'm just saying that don't give him that credit there for the LeBron time.
No, I'm saying when Pop had that whole game plan about letting LeBron shoot early in his career, and they swept him, and they were like, that's not coaching, or LeBron had 4 bad games. I think it's coaching.
It's a little bit of both. Everything is though.
Why you give Pop credit and not Doc?
I got Pop 1. What are you arguing? First of all, I got Doc in my top 5. What are you talking about? I don't know why you're arguing this.
I said Doc did that game plan and shut LeBron down at Game 5. And you said, well, you can't put that on Doc. That's just LeBron.
I said it's both. It's coaching and part LeBron. There's a lot that goes into being a good coach.
Yeah, I'm saying, but a game plan does matter. I think you got to give Doc credit for making the game plan work the same way you give Pop credit.
Yes, but a great game plan has to be executed by good players. That's all
we all do that. Bullies and Joes, not X's and O's.
Pop is a great coach, and he's designing great game plans right now, but he can't get it done with LaMarcus Aldridge and
DeMar Rosen.
Yeah, DeMar Rosen.
DeMar DeRozan.
The thing is, that's why you got to put Doc up there, because Doc had a team that was worse than the Spurs last year, and they competed.
We got a comment. Canova Capone, shout out to listening. He gave his top 5 coaches of all time.
We need right now in the league.
Yeah.
Phil Jackson.
He got Pop number 1. He got Pop 1, Phil Jackson 2, Pat Riley 3, Brad Stevens 4, Doc 5.
Deep.
All time.
I'm guessing it's all time.
He must be a Celtics fan.
He still put this 5.
I agree with the top 3 though.
Who?
That's impressive though. He has talking his top 5 coaches all the time. He don't have Red Auerbach though.
I wouldn't have Red either.
Oh, come on.
Red was smoking cigars on the sideline.
Red was a leader of men. I just think we do a disservice. You take Auerbach out of there, and even the coach from UCLA. What was his name?
Wooden. John Wooden.
John Wooden. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about if we go basketball coaches of all time, this list can go on forever. But so we got Red saying Lakers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna back off him now. Right. I mean, just because we lost Avery, I think Avery's a big loss, but I'll never go against LeBron. I'm a fan.
I like how Brandon says "we" now for the Lakers. I can't get on it.
I'm not a Lakers fan. I'll be the first to tell you.
You just said "we."
I gotta say we. LeBron plays for them. I'm a LeBron fan.
Well, LeBron signed with the Lakers. You like, man, I'm done with him. I can't root for the Lakers. Now you like.
I'm
Brandon
not a Laker fan, man. If LeBron opted out to not play in the return of the NBA, I'd root for Milwaukee.
Oh my God.
Nobody's going to Milwaukee though.
No,
I don't think it's their time yet, man. Like they there, but they ain't there. Like they're not the Clippers there.
Milwaukee is going to be a tough out. These guys got 9 losses or 10. We're just going to discredit them.
Mr. McLeod said, hold on. Mr. McLeod commented and said, he would put Larry Brown over Brad in that top 5. You gotta get Brad out of there.
I agree. I put Larry.
I don't know. I like Brad Stevens a lot, but he hasn't done nothing yet to consider himself an all-time coach.
Yeah, but
this team is underachieving.
Back to you, Red. We're not respecting your fanhood, so we don't even want that cheer. So keep your cheers quiet.
That's fine. I wasn't asking for permission either.
I'm letting you know. Keep the cheers quiet when it comes to the playoffs.
No, that's fine. I'm not clapping for made baskets by the Carusos and Davises. I'm clapping for LeBron.
Well, we don't want that.
For LeBron, man. I told you when it happened. I wasn't a Laker fan. I'm not a Laker fan. I'll be the first to tell you. I hated the Lakers. I hated Kobe. I'll still say it. I hated Kobe.
Hey, log him off. Someone get this guy off.
No. Hey,
someone get this guy off right now.
No, I'm not speaking ill today. I'm just saying. When he was alive, if he was alive right now, I'd be telling you, I hated Kobe as a player when he played for the Lakers because of his talent, probably.
Hey, you need to have the you know what somebody says.
But I'm not a Laker fan. I'll be first time I'm a Laker fan. But to see LeBron succeed, I will cheer for the purple and gold.
I said, shout outs to Mr. McLeod. You just can't gloss over that, man. Another good coach in his own right. But it's funny, I was talking about Mr. McLeod today at my house talking to Dwayne. It's just coincidence.
I thought you were going to tell a story.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were going in depth with that. I thought we had a story.
Gave me a life lesson I take to this day in every aspect of life. 8th grade, one of the few black male teachers you get in any school, in any district. And I'm one of the top football players at Reynolds, and we're going to play B-Way at Wheatland.
That's how you know.
I played with you. I wouldn't say one of the top.
You didn't even play that year. I was the captain and had the most touchdowns.
That's not true. I was the starting wideout. What are you talking about?
When?
My 7th grade year, I was the starting wideout.
He's ruining the story. But hold on.
You forgot. I was the starting wideout my 7th grade year. Stop it.
He had no touchdowns. 0.
I'm not sure on that, but he might be right.
So we're in this big matchup.
I like how you discredited me there. I was starting wideout, but he ain't had no touchdown. That's some real hate.
Here's the story, man. We got to go on.
I'm messing around in Mr. Cloud's class. I think I can get over because he's a black teacher. I'm young, and he's like, "Look, you're acting up in class. You're not going in the game today. You're staying after school." And I'm like, yeah, right. He ain't gonna make me stay. 3 o'clock comes. He's like, "Yo, you're not going. You're not going to the game." I never missed a game my whole life in any sport before that or after that. He said, "You're not playing." And he said, "You think that because I'm black and I'm young and a black teacher that you can take advantage of me? No, I'm supposed to hold you to a higher standard. I'm supposed to be harder on you because I know what's going to take for you to be successful in life." That's what he told me, 8th grade. And I missed the game. He didn't let me go.
I'm pretty sure I scored a touchdown that day.
I think Wheatland ran us off the field, though.
Yeah, it was like 40-8.
I might have had 4 or 5 touchdowns on y'all.
Nah, you didn't have 4 or 5. Stop it.
I wasn't even being cocky. I averaged 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Nah, man. I don't remember Angel. Angel won off that game. Angel Santana.
I wish I would have, Mr. McLeod had held me back. He must have bet on Wheatland.
It wouldn't have made a difference. We'd have still lost. Wheatland was loaded, yo.
No, they really wasn't.
Our team was in the same when Justin Vega got hurt. Vega broke his collarbone.
Oh man, that was ugly. I remember him screaming. That was ugly.
They really wasn't loaded. They just had this guy named Brandon Way. But
I got a Mr. McLeod story though. Hold on, it's quick too.
Hold on, man. Hurry up.
It's quick. It's quick, man. Because this taught me everything. This taught me a lot. Samar's right. I walked into his classroom because he's a black teacher. My exact words to him: "What's up, my N-word?"
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, yo. That dude gave me the stiff arm, because he's at the door. We were coming into the classroom.
You ain't coming in here.
I was like, "What's up, my N-word?" He was like, "What did you just say to me?" I'm like, "Huh?" I act like I didn't say nothing because I knew what it was. He was like, "What'd you just say to me?" "Nah, man, don't come to my classroom no more until you learn how to talk to me." So every day for I bet it was over a week, yo. He would not let me in the class. I would walk up to the door. He's like, you're not coming in here. He wouldn't give me no ISS pass, and he just would not let me. He wouldn't let me in class. Then I knew, man, I can't talk to certain people a certain way. I stopped with the N-word stuff. A quick lesson.
I respect it.
Everybody I talk to, young kids, try to motivate. I'm hard on them because it is harder sometimes. You gotta be twice as good to be considered equal. And him being easy on us wouldn't have got us here. So, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Mr. McLeod. We got to move on.
Anyway, Red, to further your point, as you were a LeBron fan, I started out as a Kobe Bryant fan. So I said I was going to go wherever Kobe went. And originally, Kobe got drafted to Charlotte. So I thought I was going to Charlotte. And he got traded to Lakers. And, you know, I was for about 4, 5, 6 years, I was the Kobe guy. If Kobe left, I was going with Kobe. But then Kobe came to like year 10, and he was talking about like leaving, going to the Bulls or whatever. And I'm like, I don't think I'm riding with you, Kobe. Like, you might go.
I said the same thing, B. When you're a fan, it doesn't matter what you say. You got to see that move happen. You see the move transpire, then you make your decision. I held out all summer, like, oh man, he's out with the Lakers, I'm done. And then as soon as October hit, I'm like,
Nah, but I see,
Lakers.
Because LeBron hasn't been anywhere that long to make you really fall in love with that franchise.
Nah, like I think I fell in love with Cleveland. Like I still want to go over. I still want to go to games. I wouldn't say I'm a diehard Cleveland Cavaliers fan, but I do like them.
Nobody can question my fanhood. Because when Mike left, where did I stay?
Samar watched every Wizard game. So I ain't a Wizard fan though.
But when the Bulls played the Wizards, I was rooting for the Bulls.
He would quietly cheer for a made basket for the Bulls. But
Nah,
as soon as Jordan hit you with the up and under, he was like, whoa! You can't turn it off, man. No matter how much you want to turn it off, you can't turn it off.
Name on the front.
I give it to him. He's a Bull. He is a Bulls fan. I ain't no one taking that away from me.
But when they played each other, I was going for the Bulls, and I watched every Wizards game.
I don't agree. I used to see you watch them Wizards. It was a different energy in that bedroom when you watched the Wizards. No homo.
I like the Wizards, but I was a Bulls fan through and through.
He said it was a different energy in that bedroom.
I said no. I said pause. But it was a different energy. We were kids, man.
That's a lie. We didn't have cables. I don't know what he's talking about.
Nah, Uncle Dougie's house. That's when Mike played for the Wizards at Uncle Dougie's house.
All right, moving forward. You guys think it's safe for the NBA to return? Like, how many of these guys? Like, we just saw 19 NBA guys tested positive for the coronavirus.
That was better than they said.
It's a hoax.
I thought it. Hold on, Donald Trump. I thought it was a good number. Like 19 out of 362 is not that bad. But if that happens in the playoffs and you get 5 or 3, you almost got to shut down.
They're not going to shut down for a positive test.
Yeah, a positive test. But what do you get 6 positive tests? That's when you shut down.
May the best team win.
I don't know. They didn't release the test from everybody else that's going, coaching staff, and so it could be higher. I'm sure if it was 0, they probably would have released it. So maybe they don't want nobody to know.
I mean, they already get paid hazardous pay.
Because the people at risk are going to be the older people, like the coaches and coaching staff and staff members.
Yeah, you're right. Pop get this thing, he could die.
So that's why I'm curious what the results were for the staff. They won't release that. They release the players.
Whatever happened to HIPAA? Ezekiel Elliott, man. Shout out to him.
You can't. Everybody that 19 tested positive, only 6 have been released because the NBA can't release them. They all release it themselves because of HIPAA.
That's what I'm saying. But like Ezekiel Elliott got his stuff leaked.
I think they should just cancel the whole season.
If anybody deserves to have their test results leaked, this is Zeke.
Cancel?
He's been a jerk for a long time, man. He's been doing things to people for a long time. It's about time something happened to the league.
It's terrible. Fake B-Way, you want to cancel?
Huh? I said they might always cancel it.
You think so?
Yeah, I would have. I mean, if I was a player, I would have risked it. I would just opt out.
It's
do what?
schedule's out now. It don't matter. Schedule's out.
I mean, I just got the house. I'm a millionaire. Hey, I'm a millionaire, man. I mean, yeah.
If I was on a veteran on a team that's probably not like the Nets, somebody opt out today. He's gonna stay with the family. He said, I would probably consider it. Well, I probably would. I'd like to play ball.
If I wasn't going to play, if I was the 10th, 11th man on the bench, is it really worth the risk for me? Probably not.
Yeah, because you need the money more than other guys.
I was still getting paid, I thought. Even though
You don't get paid. You got paid at 25% back.
I'll give that 25% back.
That's easy for you to say if you're a star or a mid-level player that got 10 years in. But if you're 10th playing on the bench with a 2-year career, you need all that money.
And they
you're
having a game.
Still getting a couple million if you're on the end of the bench.
And Florida has one of the biggest outbreaks besides Texas.
Yeah, Florida and Texas. We're breaking records every year in the country for every day in this country for most new cases right now.
Yeah, but no one's dying, so things are fine.
Go ahead, B-Way, get them.
Look, listen here, man.
Everybody gets sick, but as long as you don't die.
It's like number 12 on the list of things you can die from on a daily basis.
Yeah, okay.
It is. I think tuberculosis was number 1.
I don't know anybody that's ever got tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis is like 3,000 people per day that die from that.
Trump,
you
live
worldwide.
That's fake news.
Worldwide.
That's
worldwide.
Fake news. No, worldwide, I still don't believe it.
Worldwide.
No.
Hold on. Let's backtrack to his last statement. Like the Donald Trump Sports Talk podcast. You live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and you're familiar with the Conestoga View, which is the old folks' home in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You should be well aware that COVID-19 took out a whole floor.
Took out some nurses too.
I don't know about nurses dying.
You know, Brandon. You know a nurse that got it.
I mean, just because I know it don't mean that's my problem, man.
No. I'm not talking about knowing this person and them getting it. I'm talking about they took out a whole floor of them folks died. Like, I mean, like,
I'm not gonna lie, B. That is news to me. I never heard that. First time I ever heard that.
Oh my god!
But it doesn't change the answer.
But not gonna lie, doesn't really change what I said.
Well, listen, man. This is why. I mean, you've been out. Like you go ahead. Whatever. I'm moving forward. Remember
I remember you saying, "Oh, you on these streets, man. You on these streets." Yeah, and I've been doing pretty well, B.
The thoughts of Brandon Rudolph are the thoughts of Brandon Rudolph alone, and does not reflect the thoughts of TCP and Opinionated Facts.
What did I say? What did I say was wrong?
Oh man,
your whole take on the coronavirus is just outlandish.
Because I said it's not killing no one; it's just people getting sick.
Yes, and we know people that have died, so that's where.
Who knows people that died?
I do.
Don't put that on me. I don't know nobody that died.
Oh, well,
not personally. I don't know. I don't.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I believe the disease exists. I'm saying
you said nobody died from it.
The percentage of people dying from it? That's
just
a fact.
You didn't say the percentage. You said there's nobody dying from it.
That means it's a fact. It's like 0.001%.
No, it's higher than that.
It's not much higher than that.
Listen, man, we're moving forward. Man.
It's less than 1% is my point.
I think we should move on, but I will say this.
It's less than 1%.
What's going to happen if you don't do something and then you do
it? It's less than 1%.
In March and April, and then say, "Oh, nobody really died because you did."
Is it less than 1%?
What?
Is it less than 1%?
I don't know what it is currently, so I don't want to make up a number. But it was at the peak, it was 3.4, and I think in the United States it was 1.4. I don't know where it's at now.
It's like I'm telling you, it's less than 1%.
It could be down now. Everybody quarantine though.
Quarantine helps. Mask help. But anyway, moving forward.
I I wear a mask everywhere I go.
Moving forward, we're not a political show or a health show.
I got a question though. I do have a question first. How do you feel about the guy that was wearing the AR inside of the market yesterday, because he didn't want to put his face mask on, so he, just in case anybody said anything, he took his AR-15 with him.
What race was it? I'm just curious.
He was white. He was white.
So for those that don't know,
Lancaster, man.
Hold on.
The market in Lancaster.
Hold on, Red. Hold on. Gotta explain the story for people that don't know. This guy, there was a guy at the local market in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where you gotta go in there with the mask right now, and it's highly recommended you go in there with the mask. And this is the second week in a row he did it. But he went in there because people harassed him, I guess, before and questioned him about a mask. So he went in there and he took his AR-15 with him, and he's licensed to carry. I'm assuming he's licensed to carry.
You're licensed in Pennsylvania to carry openly. That's why you do it that way.
He carried openly because he may not have a license.
You don't need one in Pennsylvania.
Good. All right. So that happened. And it was a big uproar, and it was all over social media yesterday. And that's why I read to ask that question about the AR-15 in the market down in.
The guy bought a bagel. He went in there to get the bagel.
I would say this to Brandon to answer Brandon's question. Do I think he's wrong? No, because he didn't break no laws. I just hope he gets this. I will hope a black guy doing the same thing will get the same respect.
That was the debate.
I'm more concerned about the mask because, our whole lives we were told if you don't, no shirt, no shoes, no service, and you still go in the store with your sock, with your shoes and your shirt on. So you gotta wear a mask. If you don't want to go in, then you don't go in. It's illegal in this state we live in, 3 out of the 4 of us, to drive without wearing your seatbelt. Did somebody protest with a gun and say, I'm not driving my car, I gotta wear a seatbelt? Only person you're saving is your own life with the seatbelt. And you put that on most of the time. So I don't understand. I'm not gonna wear the mask like we're suppressing their liberties. I don't understand it.
The guy's an idiot. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. I said it on my platform. So if you got a problem, see me, see where I'm at, and come talk to me. But
let that cop.
He's an idiot, man. There's kids in there. There's people in there that's just innocent folks that just want to come in and grab some coffee or grab whatever, and you walking around with an AR-15 looking like a straight idiot. Man, get out of here with that dumb stuff.
For the record, I agree with B that he's an idiot. For the record, I want to make that clear. I'm not defending that guy. I just said there's nothing wrong with him legally carrying his gun in this state, as long as everybody gets the same right. I think he's dumb though.
The mayor came out with a statement stating like, "Hey, if we have a problem with it, there's not much she can do about it, but we should write our local senators and governors and try to petition to get some laws changed."
That's not.
But being in Lancaster City, the guy and of course the guy was from Coreyville, and they do things differently down in those southern parts of the state. So
county.
Yeah, in the county. But anyway, moving forward, it's getting late in the show, but let's talk about my man Chance Westry out of Harrisburg. There's a local basketball player in Harrisburg. He went to Trinity High School the last 2 years. He's been dominant. He's one of the best sophomores in the country, and he is transferring from Pennsylvania,
Trinity
High School in Harrisburg, to Los Angeles, California, to Sierra Canyon to play with little young Bronny and the rest of the Sierra Canyon. I want to say Lancers or something like that. I forget what they are.
Lancers. I think they are Lancers.
But he's going out to Sierra Canyon to play on a national schedule. He'll be a junior next year, so he'll have 2 years out in California. How do you guys feel about that, leaving his high school team and going to play on national schedule?
I repped him this year at Columbia. I thought he was a good player. I think he had a great jump shot. I don't understand why you go to California. There's some great elite schools on the East Coast. I don't know if his family's moving out there. I guess they would have to. But I would want my family to see me. You can go. We got Oak Hill down in where's Oak Hill, Virginia?
Yeah.
The Oak Hill Academy. We got St. Benedict's. We got what's the other one up there in Jersey?
St. Benedict's not around no more, but I think it's
Anthony's.
They combined all them schools to make one. I forget the name of that school
They're
called
top
now.
10 in the country every year. So I don't understand why you would go. I know you get a little more exposure, but some other players transferred out there, like Dwayne Wade's son, for instance, he couldn't get on the floor. I would want to leave a legacy somewhere. Hopefully he can get on the floor and make some plays.
I would have stayed at Trinity.
I don't think it's any comparison for where he wants to go in life. You can't be playing Columbia as a top player in the country the same way Lamar Patterson did when he went and got better for the ACC. He should go somewhere elite. I just don't understand why you got to go 3,000 miles away to do it.
Kids doing what you see on TV. All the NBA players joining up just to play. The high school students doing the same.
Know, man.
Trickling down to high school level.
Yeah, he posted on his Instagram recently of him being out there already and training and just working out.
I would want to be a legend, man, and where I'm from.
Yeah, I want to go to up there with.
I get what you're saying. You want to play with that talent but honestly, I would want to be, if I was at Trinity or wherever I was at, I would want to be a legend there. Like, yo, you remember this dude, such and such? He was a baller. Like I'd want that. I
agree with Brandon, but we can't relate to somebody being top 5 in the country. So I mean, he's thinking if you're top 5 in the country at any point as a high school, you're thinking NBA for your future.
Right.
But if you're a great player, I feel like you can leave a legacy where you can take your kids back and say, I'm in the Hall of Fame at this high school, and you're in the area you grow up. I do believe in that.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania probably has like 3 of the top. Well, they have Chance, who's one of the top. He'll be a junior, one of the top juniors in the country. They have one of the top freshmen. This kid's going to be a freshman. I can't think of his name offhand, but he's another 6'5" freshman that can do it all lefty. There's another one they call him Baby LeBron up there. Like he's ranked. None of them went to Harrisburg High School or their local high school. Or the one's going in the 9th grade, but I don't think he's going to go to his local high school.
Well, that's the AAU area and era in a nutshell. But I would even add this to it, and this is on you, B-Way. You say this all the time. California ain't putting out the good ball players.
West Coast basketball, man, I'm not a big fan of, but it's changing. It is changing.
We had Jerry on a few weeks ago. I don't know if we asked him if he played in his era. It wasn't real popular to probably transfer. But because he probably could have, I'm assuming, like Lamar did. We should have asked him, would he have if the same opportunity presented itself?
I don't think Jerry was the recruit that Lamar was. Lamar had a pretty good AAU circuit, and he was, he's 6'4", 6'5". He was
the AAU circuit wasn't that huge for back then for everybody like it was maybe when Lamar came through.
Well, no, because Jerry even said, I'm a 6 foot 5'11", guard that was going to have trouble getting the score. So I think they had different opportunities.
My response to this would be, I get it, because as of like it's hard to prepare for the future. I'm about living in the right now, and if you have the opportunity to play on a big platform right now, go take it. Because you're not guaranteed to go to a Duke or North Carolina. You know what I mean? We don't know what happens if you pan out or whatever. So, like, if you got a platform to go, a time to get your money, a time to get your shine, a time to do something, like, don't hold it off. Like, go for it. And I feel like that's what he's doing. Shout out to his parents, though. That's a big time sacrifice. I mean, we're all parents here. How many of us?
I won't want to do it.
How many of us would let our kids go to California or be willing to move to California for this option?
I asked
if that's their investment, though. If that's their investment, so you would think he has 2 more years in high school. If he's that good, maybe 1 year of college, 3 years, his parents could be set. They might be thinking that 3 years would be good. We go out here, we may struggle for a couple years, whatever, but this is our investment. They go in 100% on it.
But are they moving? Do anybody know if they're moving?
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
I do want to add on the Lamar thing too. Lamar got the Pittsburgh offer his junior year, so he knew he had to go away 1 year and get better to play at Pitt. So Jerry didn't know where he was going to the end of his senior year, right? Or late.
But Lamar left the end of his sophomore year. He played 2 years at St. Benedict, didn't he?
Played one.
No, just one.
He played 1 year. He left after his junior year. He already committed to Pitt.
Anyway, that was just good. So shout out to Chance. We can't wait to watch you next year representing 717. Make sure you do your thing. We're all cheering for you.
Any comments, B? Any we should get to?
No, Mr. McLeod asked us about high school sports. To touch on that, high school football has been given the green light, or high school sports in general been given the green light to start training their off-season workouts. So a lot of schools are going by their separate high school sports in Pennsylvania just got the green light.
Brandon, what are your plans for Stevens? How you guys gonna do it? I know you're practicing at Catholic, B.
We're still we're still in a weird place because we don't have a president yet. Our president's not hired yet. We're still going through the process of hiring one. So ultimately, doesn't matter what Pennsylvania says or a lot of the colleges say.
Well, he muted himself. I don't know if he knows. So there he goes. You were muted, Brandon.
Oh, my bad. It's going to be based on like a school by school type basis. Like I said, we don't have a president yet, so we're a little behind the 8 ball because we haven't hired one yet. We're in the process of looking still. We're getting really close, so hopefully we hear a little more. Like our camp is set for August 12th, but everything they say is tentative. Like it's set for August 12th, but doesn't mean it's going to happen.
And B, how you?
A lot of state schools are saying that they're going to push camp back to maybe we won't even have a camp, but we'll just have like a week where we start the season and then we'll have a game the very next week. Like it starts September, so it's late start.
Well, that's how it is too with the high school. Like it's every school is making like their own plan, and every school board has to approve that plan. So it's not fair that for example, like we get to work. It's not we're doing workouts now, but then you get a school like our local high school, McCaskey, might not have been approved yet, or like Columbia is not approved yet. And but like we're able to work out. We're still practicing social distancing and doing all the safety guidelines, but we're still allowed to work out, and they're not. So that's
you see like the guideline that came out, B. Do you see the guideline that came out from the governor?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You can barely we as coaches got to be in masks. We can't provide water. We can't provide locker rooms. It's almost like why even play?
Did I tell you how we're doing reffing right now?
So
we're starting maybe to ref men's leagues. So we're not ever going to touch the ball. So the jump ball for the start of the game is going to be a coin flip. And then the players are going to touch the ball inbound. And for free throws, they get their own rebound, give it to the player. The referee never touches the ball the whole game. And they have to wear a mask.
Yeah, that's dumb because they're all already playing. I mean, everybody touches the ball already.
But the referees don't. Never.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I just got an email, which I didn't know existed until 2 days ago, that the PIAA is thinking about going with electronic whistles. So you just press the button and you hold it in your hand, wraps around your wrist. $35 a piece.
This gotta stop.
This is getting nuts. I mean,
there's a tournament at Spooky Nook this weekend. They're going to be using electronic whistles.
Wow.
For the next couple of weeks.
I heard they're having one in 2 weeks. Yeah, so I mean, it's crazy, but I guess we're coming back to things slowly but surely. I mean, we see in colleges people are going crazy now with the positive test results. But I guess it's just going to happen as we come back slowly and prepare and try to get through this stuff. But we've been talking to these folks for a while, man, and we appreciate everybody that tuned in. We appreciate Mr. Blaine Wade joining us, WTP. Where can they find the magazine at? Where can they download the magazine?
Right now, I would say the website, but it's under construction. But right now, you can find it on Amazon.com. Just type in "Way to Parent" magazine; it'll pop up.
Way to Parent, and you're also finishing another book.
Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna talk about that right now, though.
My fault. Well, get his last book, man. Get his last book. What was the last book called?
Last book was Adventures of Super Dad.
Yes. I got that a while ago. So that was a good book as well. So make sure you guys go out there and purchase that. Make sure you follow Way to Parent on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias to see what they got going on. Shout outs. Red, you got any shout outs?
No.
Dark Man X.
No
What you got on your hands, man? What you got?
So you wouldn't know nothing about this, B. I was working on my sunroom, getting some stuff done in there, and you know what happens when workman's hands.
Yeah, we have some comments saying that you need lotion.
This is real. You made that up.
I'm playing.
That's not, man. That's me working, man. Right from there, right to the podcast. You know what I mean? So
we respect it, man. We respect it. No shout outs this week?
I normally give shout outs, man. I know. No, I don't want to say I don't have nothing off the top. I don't want to just sit here and search for something. I'll just be giving anybody a shout out.
All right.
I want to be selfish with my shout outs.
Essential workers?
I mean, I've been going with them a lot. And now you said that, like I almost got to now. Because if I don't, I look like a jerk.
I mean, you look like a jerk earlier when you disrespected the whole coronavirus.
I don't want to shout them out.
Oh, God.
All right. Shout out to essential workers.
Tomorrow, you got any shout outs?
You guys are on the front line of this thing.
Yeah, I want to shout out. It's a little old shout out. My the doctor that repaired my ACL that allowed me less than a year out to smoke our guest today in a beach race.
Who?
Oh man.
Man.
Oh man.
Getting me back.
Man, where's the footage?
Up to don't make me bring the footage up.
Hey, it's time for me to go. Thanks for having me on.
Oh man.
He cheated to begin with.
Oh my God. I'll show you right here on the podcast.
Dude, he didn't even say go. You already took off running.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm not here for that. Hey, I gotta go. Hey, I'll let you know. Yeah, have a good night.
Oh man, you sound the doctor though.
I'm out.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, we almost
on Facebook though. I know he is.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. Shout out to everybody that follows us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure. Oh man, look at that.
Oh, get out of here, I know you're still watching too.
Oh man.
It looked like he got you though on that.
Yeah, right.
It looked like he got you. Man, sometimes that thing be on a slant.
They were standing at the finish line.
Yeah, make sure you like us. For those that don't, make sure you follow us, like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. Shout out to the 7-letter family as always. and we're getting up out of here, man. Make sure you guys stay laid up, stay prayed up, stay out the way. Listen to what some old folks have to say. See you guys next week. Peace. Opinionated Facts is brought to you by the Right Way Home Care, where they are committed to providing high-quality, client-centered, and affordable home care. They also offer personal care, respite care, light housekeeping, medication reminder, and a personal care. If you need any more information on the Right Way Home Care, make sure you reach out to them at www.therightwayhomecare.org. Again, that is www.therightwayhomecare.org.